All right, everybody. This is Marcel Petit, the Sports Inquirer, and happy to be joined by Sally Polhamus from Georgia State Volleyball. The team was able to win 2 out of 3 matches at your GSU Invitational this past weekend. Before we get to specifics, just overall impressions of the team and how they did to earn 2 of those victories.
This was a good weekend of testing us. We talked last week about that losing small to North Florida and Virginia Tech, and then actually Stetson losing that fourth set, and then winning small by beating Presbyterian, taking the fourth set, winning that when we were down quite a substantial amount, and then coming back and winning that fifth set. So that transition from loving those points of 20 on and executing and trying to eliminate our unforced errors. So it was a big weekend for us.
Yeah, let's go to that Presbyterian match. You were down 2 sets to 1. You lost the third set 25-13, and you were down 19-3 in that fourth set. What was the turnaround? What led to that comeback and then ultimately winning that fifth set 15-12?
So we look at a couple things. One, our first contact got way better. We were able to do a couple serving runs. Our first contact from a serve receive allowed us to get into our offense. Misha had a fantastic match. She worked so hard in both first ball and in transition. Our setters did a great job of getting her the ball in those situations. So it was a little bit of, executing, and then momentum gets on your side. But I was really proud of our defense. They did a nice job digging balls that they didn't dig in the second and third sets, in that fourth set, and remained that in the fifth set. Our block needed a lot of work in there. We didn't have as many quality touches that I wanted to. And so with Presbyterian, they play a really fast volleyball and hit fast. And so our block is big and physical, which can get tooled a lot if you go high on a team like that. So making those adjustments from a blocking perspective, that was a good adjustment for us also.
Yeah, Misha Griffin was on that all-tournament team along with Erin Wyatt, your sophomore outside. What about Erin's development? She came into conference play last year injured or hurt. It was just we talked to her in another interview, which I recommend you go check out on our site. She mentioned that she just went right into conference play, was not comfortable just through most of the season. What about her this year? She seems healthier and being able to contribute just immediately at the start of this year.
You want as many Erin Wyatts as you can have on your team. She is just not only a great person, a great leader, she's a winner. And so she has worked so hard to develop all areas of her game, from defense and serving to passing to hitting, along the net, variety in system, out of system, just really growing her game with shots and all those things also. So, with Erin, she is really the foundation of our team, playing 6 rotations. She's the only player that's in the game all 6 rotations, and she really does a nice job of being there for her team throughout, no matter what part of her position she's playing.
Yeah, and she also mentioned this, and I'm talking to other people as well. How is this non-conference or preseason portion of the schedule different than last year? It seemed like last year there was not as much. We all were going through it, not knowing when the next match would be and everything like that, and just jumping right into conference play. Do you feel the team's just more comfortable this year? You've been able to travel even to some other places and play these different types of teams. How's this preseason or non-conference schedule been for you?
Well, it's amazing. You're exactly right. And we definitely know that this can change at any minute. And so we're appreciating what we have. But we looked at this season as 5 different small seasons. You have your preseason as 1, your pre-conference tournaments, which is about 4 weeks, is 2. And then we have our conference season that we want to break up in first half, second half. And then we have our conference tournament. And so really looking at basically the 3 to 4 week spans of time for each of those segments. And the first segment, our preseason, was all about our systems and really starting to build strengths in our players. The pre-conference, these 4 weeks have been about executing our first contact from a serve and pass, but also really working on finding our kills. And from a statistical standpoint, we're actually leading our opponent in kills, but we're also leading them in errors. So we're starting to find our kills, which we have the talent and the physicality to do that. Now it's cleaning up those errors to make us really compete with that opponent.
And you wrap up non-conference play on September 15th against Clemson. It's a random matchup. I know schedules, you can work with other teams, but you're heading to Clemson, South Carolina on a Wednesday before you get to conference. So you have a weekend off before you get to conference. But what about this matchup? They're undefeated at home, an ACC opponent. You like to get different looks, I know, throughout the year, but you're heading into a very good environment, I think, to test the team. What are you looking to see from your squad to compete and come out with a victory?
Yes, I mean, we love playing all competition, and with the ability, we would love to play more teams in our area. We couldn't be in a better location with high-powered, high-quality, high-caliber teams than what we have here in Atlanta and just a couple hours outside of Atlanta. So we always love to play the local competition, and Clemson will be coming to us next year. So that's exciting too, to kind of prepare for that. But for us, this is a great test to see kind of the final match in that's the segment that we're in. So, can we control the ball from the first contact? Can we eliminate our unforced errors? And can we find our kills? And Clemson is a perfect team to really test us because we have extremely strong teams in our conference. Where are we? What can we spend the next week and a half working on and, continue to grow us?
All right. Well, Sally, thank you for your time. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll be in touch before conference play.
Sounds great. Thanks.
Thank you.